There's an old village hidden deep in the hills where the fog never fully lifts, and people who visit say the place feels unfinished, like time forgot to move forward. The houses are built from stone and wood, worn down by years of silence, yet a few still glow faintly at night. The villagers live quietly, speak very little, and no one stays awake after midnight. But what makes the place truly unsettling is something they never explain. They all avoid the forest. Not out of fear, you can see, but something deeper. An old legend says that long before the village existed, the land belonged to something that could take any form. The elders never gave it a name. They only called it the one that remembers. It doesn't hunt like an animal. It doesn't chase or attack. It waits. And when the fog grows thick enough to swallow the entire valley, it walks into the village, slowly, silently, taking shapes as it moves. Sometimes it looks like a neighbor, sometimes a friend, sometimes someone you lost long ago, and it knocks, soft, patient, like it already knows you're inside. Those who open the door are never the same again. Some return after days, walking back into the village like nothing happened, speaking normally, smiling normally, but something about them feels wrong. Their eyes linger too long, their expressions fade when no one is watching, and some never return at all. One winter, a traveler named Kieran lost his way in the mountains and reached this village just before nightfall. The villagers gave him shelter, but they watched him in a way that made him uneasy, as if they were waiting for something. That night, the fog grew thicker than ever. It pressed against the windows, filled the streets, swallowed every sound. Kieran couldn't sleep, and then he heard it. A knock, soft, slow, right at his door. He froze. "Who's there?" he called out. No answer, just another knock. Then a voice came from the other side. "Kieran, it's me." His breath caught. It was his mother's voice, but she had died years ago. He stepped closer, his hand trembling, his mind trying to make sense of it. "Kieran, open the door," the voice said again, softer now, almost pleading. For a moment he wanted to believe it, but something felt wrong. Not the sound, but the feeling behind it, like it knew how to sound like her, but not how to be her. The knocking came again, slower this time. Kieran stepped back. "I know you're not her," he said quietly. Silence. Heavy. Waiting. Then the voice changed. Not louder, not deeper, just wrong. "Then who am I?" The air inside the room turned cold. The knocking stopped, and something dragged slowly across the door from the outside. Not like hands, not like claws, something heavier. Kieran didn't move. He didn't breathe. He just waited. Eventually the fog began to lift. Morning came. When he opened the door, there was nothing there. No footprints, no marks, nothing at all. The villagers gathered around him in silence. One of the elders looked into his eyes for a long moment and then said quietly, "You didn't recognize it." Kieran asked what it was, but the elder didn't answer. He simply said, "It will come again, and one day it will look like someone you cannot refuse." Kieran left the village that same day, but even now, sometimes, late at night, he hears a knock. Soft, slow, patient, and each time the voice sounds more familiar than the last.